Hello everyone. Welcome once again to another Power BI related tutorial by Slidescope on our channel Color Training. In this part, you will learn how to do exploratory data analysis on the grocery store data set. The grocery store data set we will use here is BigBasket entire product list data set. And in this tutorial, you will learn how to create a report like this where we will select top 20 products by total price, their type and market price, subcategory wise average of sale and market price, which we will see how to create a chart where we can show three different numeric values, how to create a tabular chart like this, and how to create simple KPI card like this with filters like category filter, etc. All these filters will be interactive so that user can apply them. So all of this we are going to learn in this tutorial. So the data set that we will use in this project is this big basket entire product list data set, which is a data set which is available on this particular Kaggle URL. I will provide this URL or the data set link, and we will use it for educational purpose, like we will perform this analysis so that we can learn how to do analysis on this kind of data of a grocery store. And here you can see we have downloaded the data set, and after downloading we have made some changes just to make our analysis process better. So here in original data set we have index, product name, category of product, subcategory, brand name, sale price, market price, type of product and its rating. So we will go to category and change it to text to columns. In some case we will use delimited and use comma separated. So in some cases you can see kitchen, garden and pets. These type of categories are given, like you know. So in those cases what we are doing is we can simply use the comma separated delimiter. So by changing it to text to columns, we will change it into category 1 and category 2. We will keep subcategory. So we have deleted the product name and brand name from here, and we are keeping this category, subcategory, sale price, etc. In subcategory also there are cases like snacks, dry fruit, nuts, cookies, rusk and khari. These type of things are given. So if you want to make it three different categories, you can also use the same method, text to columns here, or we will just try to analyze it and then we will simply see how to create dashboards or reports from this data. Let's get started. Now to start analyzing this grocery products data set that we have here, we will open Power BI. So I have Power BI Desktop May 2024. This is optimized for Power BI report server. You can also use the regular Power BI that you have, Power BI Desktop you have. And after opening it, we will connect the file simply. We have the Excel workbook here. So once we have made some changes, we will select the sheet 1, not the entire sheet, and you will see we have some values. So for example, we created category 1 and category 2. If you want where null is written, you can write blank value or category 2 not applicable, something like that. Or we can use filters later to create that. Now without transforming, we will simply load the data and it will appear in the data pane here. We will rename it. You can rename it to whatever, for example, dataset name. I am just calling it grocery, and now let's try to create the reports. So here we have different type of categorical values like category 1, category 2, subcategory. Their sale price, market price is given, type is given, and rating is given. You can see in some places blank rating is also given. So what we are going to do is first we will create some cards here, and we can go to view, select the type of palette that we want to select for this analysis. For example, this we will have this type of colors available, and we can also go to customize current theme page. We can select a little bit darker background. This way when we will create our charts, so we don't have to, you know, apply the white background, or we don't have to adjust too much. It Those charts will be highlighted, and here we will simply insert the text box, and we will simply write our heading here. So we are just writing exploratory data analysis on grocery store data set, and we can change it to select. First of all, let's select the size and choose a size of around 28 pixel, make it bold. And from the color palette, we can select any particular color. So let's say we want to use this color here, and we can also select the text box, go to effect and enable shadow. Now, first thing is to create some KPIs. So for KPIs, we use a card. In card visuals, you can show something like average rating, average market price, sale price, etc. So we are going to select values as rating here. So select the card and drag rating here. It will show you sum of rating. Here we will add average of rating, which is 3.94. And now in this average of rating, you will see average of rating is all, okay, because in the actual data set there are some ratings that are blank also. So here if we select rating, just trying rating, and we will see is greater than, just a minute, okay, we already have that, so we'll say rating is not blank, okay, and we will apply the filter. Then also it's 3.94, then it's okay. So we have not selected any blank value, then we have selected the average rating, okay. So it's your choice, and now we can change it, change its size, etc. If you want, you can disable the category label here, and if you want to disable the category label, then you have option to add a title, or you can also add a title with a text box. So since we already have that option, so we'll go and enable title and say average rating of products. And when we will use a category filter, so you will be seeing this average rating getting changed. And from here we will choose a blue color, make it bold, align it to center, and use a font size of around 17. So this is average rating. Similarly, we will create a copy of this card, and here we will write sale price, right? So you can see combining all the products, the total sale price is 5.07 million. But here also we will write average sale price. So average sale price of products is 267.77. Whatever aggregate measure you want to use, you can use here. So this is average sale price. Similarly, just copy, and here we will write average market price. You can see I am changing the aggregate value. You can select maximum minimum, variance, median, etc. for visualizing how data is distributed. But we will just use some cards, so don't have to worry about it. And this is not average sale price, this is average market price. After writing average market price, this is So we have created some basic KPIs, and let's see how many unique categories do we have. So we can also copy in order to count value. So we have used average, we can see sum, but when you will drag this, it will start showing you first category, but you have to use count distinct. So you can see in the data we have total 9 distinct categories. So this is categories, we can say 9 distinct categories. Now you also know that there are, these are all items, right? So index belong to each product here. So let's say you want to see category wise number of products. So for that we can create a multi-row card here. In the multi-row card, we can select some fields. So let's say we selected the category 1 field here. So here you will start seeing those category names. Okay. And let's say we select index. Instead of sum of index, we say count distinct. So this way you will see in baby care we have 610 products, right? So we will simply say rename from this visual and nothing. Okay. Or if we simply display a dot. There are different ways of doing this, but here we have baby care, bakery, etc. We can also go to visual. You can see we can disable the category label entirely, and then we have the name of product and their total count. Okay, baby care, bakery, beverages, cleaning, etc. We can also increase its width and add more fields here if we want. So this way you have the information of category wise count of products. Okay, you can also use a table chart here. So just select this. Instead of multi-row card, we can select a table chart, and in table chart, this way you will be able to see the values. Okay, here let's say we say count, and instead of category 1 we say category name or something, and we can enable a simple title, category wise count of products. Okay, so whatever you want to do you can choose. And in these type of charts, when we are showing these values, so we have different type of designs also, and here you can also display a metric chart. In layout and preset, instead of define, you will select a bold header, alternating rows, a flashy rows, etc., sparse, contrast. Whatever type of style you want to choose, you can select that. And let's say we are selecting condense here. Okay, so this is category wise count of products, and here we also have different type of options, like for example in row header you have background color. What if we choose this background color, right? So, and you also have examples like row subtotal. If you want to disable it, you can disable. And here, since we can reduce title size, so we can say category wise count, and then we can reduce its size a little bit. So this way you can create a simple tabular data like this, showing category wise count. Obviously for different rows you can increase or decrease the value size. Let's say you are increasing value size here. So if we say we are keeping it 15, so for every category we can select. And you also have row headers, font size. We can also increase row header font size to 14 pixel, and that way we will have entire row. So this is category wise product count. You can display it in a table also. Now this is one way of showing such type of data. We can also select a stat column chart. So for a stack column chart, we are going to select the subcategory. So in subcategory, you can see we have multiple subcategories. So here we are going to write subcategory wise count. And here what you can see, we have, for example, skincare, we have most number of products. Okay. Now let's say we want to show multiple values in one chart. And in order to show multiple values, we have different type of graphs. For example, we have line and a stacked column chart. Currently, if you will select, it will not make any change. But here we have count. Okay. Let's say we want to show sale price and we want to show market price. So this way you will be able to see some of sale price and some of market price. If you want to see two different bars for each, so you can select this. This is clustered chart, right? Line and clustered column chart. So you will be able to see the difference between sum of sales price and sum of market price for these categories. Like obviously in all the cases, market price value is more than sale price value. Here you can see the difference is very much. For example, steel utensils. Okay, so here the product is sold at a lower value. Ratio wise, you can see a big difference there. You can also select, for example, average price here. Okay, average of sale price and average of market price. So this will also give you the same kind of indication. And here on an average, what is the average price of one utensil? You can see here. And here in, for example, we have data labels. We can, you know, turn them on so that we will be able to see the data labels here. Now, all the charts that we have created, we can always go to effects and enable shadow here. So that gives a 3D kind of look and feel to our charts. That is totally your choice if you want to do that, but this makes the graphs look better. At least now you can see them in a highlighted way. So this is subcategory wise uh, average prices. So we can simply write subcategory wise average of sale and market prices. As we said, we can see different type of charts here. That's why we selected line and clustered column chart. In line axis, we will show count of products. So here we will get index, and in line axis, you can see we will simply rename it as count. So now you are able to see the count here. When you are in a chart and you can see, so in your y axis, you have invert range. Okay, so you, if you want, you can invert the ranges like this. So this is our primary y-axis, right? This is the primary y-axis, and count is the secondary y-axis because we are seeing that line here. In secondary y-axis, you have values. Select align zeros, so that you can align the zeros between them, right? And first, I have to make sure that it is actually showing, uh, you know, count. So we have to use count, yeah, because it was showing in million, so that was not correct. Now it is showing count, and we have lines. So for example, we have series and line is solid. We can also select, bevel, meter, this type of lines. Interpolation is smooth. You will be able to see smooth. You can also select a step. Okay, so interpolation is smooth, and we can say cardinal, not making too much of difference, but let's select monotone. It will appear as a smooth like this. One more thing, because our bars are blue, so we can select a different color. So let's select something like this, or maybe I want to select a color that is not in our palette, so that we can easily distinguish it. Otherwise it will not be visible. So now we have the count of product also. So we can see, for example, here most number of products we can see are of skincare, right? Then this is also high. Health and medicine, this is also high. Storage and accessories. So these are all subcategories, their count of products, and their average market price and average of sale price. So we are showing three different numbers on one on two of them we are showing on x-axis and y-axis, and one of them we are showing on secondary y-axis. So you can show line and cluster. If you want to show in one bar, you can select line and stack. So obviously you have to select this and then select. So this way you can show line and stack, and this way you can show line and cluster, whatever you prefer. You can show. In case of clustered, you will see two bars side by side. In case of stacked, values will be on top of each other. Now every product that we have is of different you know type also, and you can see there are many types. Okay, so here also we have a huge list of number of products. So first thing that I am going to do, let's make some space for that chart. So when you have those many products and you want to show some numerical value there, so like we can copy this also. This is a better kind of option, but let's see. So this is subcategory wise, right? And there we will use a wider width. Let's select a width this much, or maybe almost the full screen, by using the guidelines. And here we are going to select, instead of subcategory, we are going to select type. Okay, so we have type wise average of sale price, average of market price, and count, and we will select line and stack chart. So here also you will be able to see, for example, average of market price for gas stove is more, but its selling price is less. Okay, and here we are able to see the line which is representing count of different products. And here, for example, in case of baby toys we have only three products. In case of slimming product we have only three products, and we can select some different kind of colors here. So for example, for column, let's say average of sale price, so we will select color as this. Okay, for average of market price, let's say we will select this color, or maybe dark blue color. And we will also enable some border, and border color, let's keep it like this. Okay, we can increase its width also. 4 pixel is looking weird. Yeah, 2 pixel is okay. Or line, we will use the same setting, but we will choose a different color. So let's say we are going to select this color. Obviously I'm just showing you different type of options. It is your choice whether or not to do it. So here we have subcategory wise, so this is type wise. Okay, and here first we will select this, and product type wise, average of sale price and market price. Okay. Now suppose we want to show top 20 products here. For example, we say top 20 product by type and average of sale and market price. So it will be basically by average of sale price. We have to select one of them. So it will be something top 20 products by average of sale price type and market price. Whatever you want to write, you can write here. And now you can also change its color. For example, let's select blue color, make it bold, align it to center. Okay. Here also we can do the same. And now we say top 20, but there are more than 20, right? So in that case, select the chart, and here average of market price, average of sale price is all, count of index is all. So because we have to show by average of sale price, so we will use it, and we will simply see, first of all what we will do, we will say type is all. So instead of type is all, we will go to top n, write type 20 here, and in by value we will write average of sale price and apply. Okay. So this way we will be able to see top 20 types. So gas stove is the type which has most average of sale price and count of index, is most in case of eau de toilet, and we have eau de perfume. This type of names are there, maybe French names. And here you will be able to see, obviously in this case number of products are less, right? And anytime you can change these measures to sum. Okay. So you will be able to see their total value also. So in case of total value, you can see we have correlation, like count of index is obviously proportional to sum of market price and sum of sale price. Okay. So but by whatever you want to see, you can select that. So here we can change top 10 product by, instead of average we can say total sale price and market price, and obviously we have selected by average, so here we can also select sum and apply. Okay. So we will be able to see sum. This is a simple dashboard. Here we can now put some filters here. For example, for filters we can put a slicer. So let's add a slicer in between, and here we will add category. If you want, you can also use category 2. We are just using category here, and here in slicer setting we will say just show drop down, and in slicer we will say category. So rename for this visual as category, and we can go to its setting and values. Let's increase size, and similarly we can copy it and create one for, we can enable here, we will use subcategory. And since we also have space here, so and as per the importance of business or requirement of business, we can also use type. So Whenever you are creating a report for your company, management team and their team will ask for different type of filters to make your reports more interactive, and we can enable shadows here also. So I'm just adding these type of shadow. Is totally your choice whether you want to add it. And for shadows also you can select different type of colors. So this will make your graphs or visuals look a little better. So you can see, for example, we want to use, this is category. Here we are going to select type and rename it as type. So we can select three different type of color. Again, this is your optional, but this kind of gives your graph a different type of look and feel. Let's say for subcategory, we want to select a blue color. So here in effects, in shadow, we will select a bluish color. Okay, now we have three different type of filters here. These are your slicer headers, so you can make them bold. You can increase their font size also. And you can select different colors as per their shadow colors here as well. It's your choice, right? So now we have category, type and subcategory. And this is our report. We can simply publish it to report server. And here also you will be able to see, let's say we want to see for bakery and beverages. So we have selected these two categories, Attar and aromatherapy and Ayurveda. We have to select for these variables, and we can select subcategory as these two. So now you will be able to see the data. So this is a simple exploratory data analysis on the grocery store data set. So we are enabling the report server from report server configuration manager, and we can also add, you know, some screens here. For example, let's clear all. So I have also added a clear all button, which you will be able to see when you have published the report. So here we can also insert one image. So I'm just going to use this image to show that we are using the exploratory data analysis on a grocery store data. So you can place this image anywhere, but this is one way to use it. Now, for example, these categories are here. So there is something that you can do from yourself. You can download different type of images and you can show them, like you can, like placing them here, or you can also use image URL. So I will give you a link to another report in which I showed images in the metric chart here. So you can do that as well. So now you can see report server is running, and now we will go to file and save as report server. But before saving to it, first of all I will save this file. So after saving, we can save as by report server. Let's click OK. Obviously it will take a little bit of time to store the data, and after enabling your server you can simply publish the report there and test it from here as well. So this is our simple exploratory data analysis on the grocery store data set.